the technique first, and then we're going to drill at full speed. So this is a competitive kickoff return drill, but the first thing that we would do, basically they're setting up a box. Y'all may have seen this. We won't walk through the whole thing right now, Coach. I'll teach the drill first. So basically, I'm on kickoff, he's on kickoff return. That 5x5 yard box right there, that's where what we call the junction point is going to happen, where the two techniques are going to meet. All right, so before we even do this drill, we'll teach, all right, kickoff avoid moves. So the way we set the first drill up is just hash to hash. There's a blocker right here just standing, and then a ball carrier back there. So we're teaching kickoff avoid moves, how to avoid. There's a couple coaching points that we like. We want them to make a full speed decision, so we want the drill to be full speed. So they're going to run hash to hash. They're going to stick at handshake distance. Right when I'm about to shake Coach's hand, that's when I want to make my move. A lot of times you see guys making it like way out here, and then they're telegraphing where they're going. So that's the biggest thing, is we want to make our move at handshake distance, whether I'm going left or right. And then we teach the back door is to the side of the return. The front door means you went the wrong way and you got to stack it. So we teach kickoff first. That's the technique on avoiding. All right, the second thing we'll teach is kickoff return technique. So just how to flip and fire your hips. So it'll be the same thing. So you can set up really both drills. You can set up a kickoff on one side, KOR on the other side. But KOR, all we're doing is we're getting in a good power position, base bend, chest up, and we're just going to flip 5 yards. We're going to go 5 yards here, get to the goalpost, they'll flip their hips and get back to that same power position. One thing I really like on KOR is ripping the elbow to help get the leg back open. So if, say I'm closing with my left arm here, I want to rip my elbow, bang, will help me get my head and eyes back around. So we teach those two drills real quick, and we'll show you, Tristan will show you a film of that. And then we'll do the competitive drill. All right, Tristan, you want to walk through the kickoff part of it, use the techniques, and who's going to win, and then we're basically building kickoff return depth charts off of this drill. We're going to do these drills. We'll do more condensed, where they got a shock and shed, two-gap technique, but this is the avoid. So we got a line right here. We have the exact same drill set over here. So you can get 4 guys going at once. In 5 minutes, what do we get, 16 reps? Yep. You get 16 reps, so you get double barrel, you get both of them working, and then you get a bunch of reps in just 5 minutes, you're done. So here's how the drill is. All right, the 2 finish cones back here, just outside the hash, is where the kickoff guy's got to get through. If the kickoff guy doesn't get through, gets knocked out by the KOR guy, then the kickoff return guy wins. So we just start 5 yards apart. You can go 3.5. I've seen it all the way as close as that. All right, and then the KOR guy's going to flip. When he gets, just walk through the drill. All right, ready to go. Once he gets to the bottom of this box, KOR guy's going to flip. Now he's got this 5 yards to work. So he's got to get back to power. All right, got to stick at what distance for the kickoff guy? Handshake distance. So he's going to try to avoid. And then right here is where the junction point is, where the two techniques meet. So the KOR guy may either have to ride him by outside the cone, or he'll stop in more of that settle and strike mentality, get his hairline on chin is how we define our pad level, all right, and then get him outside the cone. So that's how that works. There's no real like restart your feet. It's either you win in the box, you blow by the guy, or you don't. So that's the avoid zone drill. Avoid and bully combined. So we're going to teach them how to avoid. I'll be a guy on the hash. Then they get a bully or 2-gap, shock and shed. And then they finish on the returner. The returner usually have a ball. We get this accomplished every Monday. We do 5 minutes of this, and we have 6 straight lines. So you get a bunch more bodies working at the same time. Again, time efficient. This doesn't have to be full speed. This is more like an 85, 90% drill, but you're getting a ton of reps, and you get this every Monday knocked out quick, so you can keep the technique sharp. All right, so Tristan will be the kickoff guy. He's the one getting the rep. John is the returner. All right, and I'm the first guy that he's gonna do the avoid move on. So I'll just get my butt side here, and he's just running straight down the line. He's gonna stick, handshake distance, avoid. Now he's coming here to bully. All right, stop when you hit the pad. All right, so same thing. All right, we want hairline on chin. When they hit, hairline on chin, eyes up, tight hands and elbows right here. All right, and then they're just gonna, what we call bully technique, shock and shed, low and away, keep his feet moving. All right, and then he's gonna finish on the ball carrier, going to the left there. So it's really just right here. Yep. The specialist right here is the avoid guys. That's 6 guys, depending on how many you got, or guys that you don't need on kickoff. Maybe it's tight ends. I'll stand back here and point which way. So if I point this way, the returner's going that way, and then that is where my butt side is. We want to avoid to the butt side. So that's a good one. Avoid bully, avoid zone, and then I was going to talk just while we got a field to talk through. We do a specialty period every single day. This could take 3 minutes, 4 minutes to get a bunch of stuff knocked out. So specialty period, here's how it looks. We'd have kick returners over there with kickers at the 50 kicking to them. Punt returners over here with punters or jugs punting to them. Holder, snapper, kickers right here at that PAT range. So from the 50-yard line over is returners and specialists getting work. This is anywhere from 3 to 5 minutes, however long you all want it to make. And then on the other side, we would do either a team period or what we call pods. So it'd be like say we did punt pods, punting the shield with one coach, the right side with one coach, the left side with a coach, and then the gunners with a different coach. So I know you may not have 15 people to help you, but if you got just the returners taken care of and the specialists with the holders taken care of, then you can take the rest of the team and work the drill on the other side. That's specialty periods, 5 minutes every day for us. We get a lot of mileage just to make sure you check the box on getting enough catches, get some sideline catch work, get some muffed rules catches with the returner. So I like that a lot. Just that's always set up. Specialty period, kickers, punters on, or kickers, kickoff returners on one side, punters, punt returners on the other side, holder, field goal mechanics in the middle, and then on the other side is however you want to set up. You could do the avoid zone or the avoid bully that we just taught. You can do that drill on the other side too. So it's always like the sell with the head coach is always trying to not have full speed tempos for special teams and then getting efficient work. If you get 12, 15 minutes, we're fortunate we get 20 minutes, so we get a bunch of time. But if you're looking for ways to invest in 3 to 5 minutes in the specialty period, it goes a long way. And then just using the whole field like I was demonstrating the avoid bully to get a bunch of reps done in 5 minutes. Makes sense?
We use the pods all the way through non-region. We'll go 5 minutes and pod work, that might be on tail line,
yep.
Whatever, and we'll go 5 minutes full. It's also a way that we, like in Florida, we built in like 3, 4 guys worth of depth. Everybody was involved. There was nobody centering the pods. Now, once we went full field, it might only be my first and second group going. But then if you had a couple people hurt, you can always snag somebody in who at least knows what they're doing and it kind of limits kids standing around. So if you got 4 or 5 coaches that you can spread out into small groups, it's a lot more coaching and eye work in that 5 minutes.
So that big struggle is kids standing around, especially today.
I can't do it.
Yeah.
It drags down practice.
Mm-hmm. Because you guys want something that everybody's involved in all the time. We do the pods too. We also do a circuit about once a week, and it's probably in high school you can only get 4 stations in, but we do 8, where everyone's getting 1 rep. So one station will be on 10. They're working a button press from 5-yard distance. They're just working a button press just to get the technique down. Then they're going to rotate over to a punt block circuit, whether that's head up the punter, outside the punter, dip and drive, trim the fat, whatever it is. That day, they're going over there getting 1 rep. Then they're going down to what we call loaded strike, whether it's a sing and soak on kickoff return, a block on kickoff return, or they're going to do hold up on punt block. We'll do that, and then we'll switch over there to a sky. Everybody's getting a sky rep or a squib rep that day, something with hand-eye coordination to where guys that aren't usually getting the ball get reps of the ball at least once a week to do that. So everybody's involved in that too. and it's just one rep, and that takes no more than 4 minutes.
Yeah, those are circuits awesome. If it's up to 8 or if it's just 2, even just managing your time. I know how it is too. Like you got 3 or 4 guys on the staff. If you're fortunate that you can trust to go work half of a drill, and then you go work the other half, and then say you're doing drill A and you're sitting at somebody with drill B, then you flip it, so you at least make sure that one technique that you're coaching is right. But yeah, any way to use the full field and get everybody involved is great. Circuit's awesome. During field goal block, every Tuesday and Wednesday, we'll take 4 or 5 block guys for punt to work it during that. And then during punt pods, we'll get the hold-up aspect. Punt return pods will do the hold-up aspect of it. So that's all. Like, I'll show you what we do during a week. That might help you too on what we're investing. Basically, punt gets 60% of the time, maybe 55% of the time. That's the most important. We're doing 9 minutes of field goal block a week, and then everybody else gets what's left, 45%, 50%, hopefully. You get kickoff pods, punt return pods, KOR pods mixed in throughout the week. So I think it's a good way to do it. So we talked about pods. Circuit is really good. The other thing, just while we're talking philosophy setup, is any kind of half line that you can do. Any half line kickoff, jog the fit. All right, 1 through 5 or L1 through L5, you go against your blocks. And then 6 through 10 or R5 through R10, you guys go full field jog the fit. And then everybody jogs back, do the full group jog the fit. I think that's a really good thing, especially thinking about resources and help on your staff, where you can, instead of seeing 22 guys, you can break it down and go halfway. All right, it's just this half line, then this half line, and then full group. I think that's another great thing to incorporate instead of just running plays 11 on 11. You know, maybe you don't